Hello and welcome to another version of some social media overviews. Today we're going to talk about marketing with TikTok. So, TikTok, as you probably know, is originally from China. It was founded in 2016, originally as Douyin. That is more of a social commerce platform, which we're going to talk about a little bit later. This is the first true short form video sharing social media platform. A lot of people compare it to Vine, which was big in the early 2010s, but Vine had a limit of 6 seconds on videos that you uploaded, and TikTok started with, I believe, a 15-second max. Most people, however, remember it as having a 60-second max time. So when I think of short form video, yes, Vine was technically a predecessor, but I mean, TikTok is the one that really took that concept and took it to the next level. Over in 1 year, it hit 100 million users. Obviously, that's nothing compared to what Threads did in whatever that was, 48 hours a couple years ago. But it remains one of the fastest growing social media apps in the world to the tune of 1.6 billion active users. So the way that TikTok is looking today, it's interesting because a lot of the social networks that I have talked about here, I showed this screen. And if you see the map, a lot of times the USA is not first. There's usually more users in India or China or other places. Um, and if you look at TikTok, at least the version that a lot of us use, the US is ranked first. You'll see China's not here, which is interesting, but I believe this is looking at, again, a different version because it's Douyin in China that does not equate to TikTok. TikTok is really the American version of this. So you look at the numbers, though, and you see the audience is skewing a lot younger than the others. Just about every time you're going to see the largest age group being that 25 to 34. But in reality, I mean, there's users on TikTok much younger than 18. They're just not officially measured here. A couple staggering numbers: average of 69 minutes per day, 35 hours per month, and only 38% of users have college degrees, which just tells me there are younger people all over this app. Um, Again, I don't know how much I believe the income stuff, but that's for another day. With When you're marketing with TikTok, the first thing to think about is this is the place to go to reach the youngest generation with purchasing power. That is still technically Gen Z, and it will be for a couple more years. But we are nearing the point where Gen Alpha will be entering that conversation. The oldest Gen Alpha people, I believe, are about 10 years old, 10 to 12 at the moment. These are people who don't really, I mean, they call them digital natives. The way I look at it is they don't remember really life before COVID. Again, that definition changes sometimes. And in terms of, actual like age range, you're looking at Gen Z coming into starting in the late 90s, around 1997. And then they round out, I don't know, 2013, 2015, so, or 2010 even. But regardless, this new generation. They are, I mean, first off, they don't know life without social media. Some Gen Z, I mean, you can argue the same for Gen Z. But the way I look at it more is just they were little children when COVID happened. That's a little bit different than what we talk about here with social media, but it is interesting to at least think about. Um, I didn't bold the unique engagement section bullet point because that will be a whole separate discussion. But the other thing that TikTok is really known for is its insanely strong algorithm. Have often said anecdotally that TikTok is the most addictive social media platform they've seen. I tend to agree with that, and as a result, I tend to like avoid getting onto TikTok because I just know I'll end up there forever. And they call it an intelligent content discovery process. Um, and I have noticed in my time on TikTok that the algorithm, I mean, it's based on a lot of different factors. We know less about it than we do the other platforms. But the one thing that everybody seems to agree on is that it's really good at showing you videos that you're interested in. Obviously, when you start on TikTok, you're going to see the For Your page, and it just starts with just trending videos. But as you like and comment and share and like how much time you watch, TikTok seems to really understand really quickly what it is that you're interested in. That that really works to it can work to brands' advantage. You really just need to understand how to use the platform. So, the last thing I'll talk about here in this first video is the elements. So, what has really worked for TikTok over the time too is creators on TikTok seem to really have it down. They have a strong storytelling ability, and there's four different aspects that go into a TikTok. One is the look, that's the visuals, everything that you see. It's a 9:16 video. It's a tall video, and it takes up your entire screen. Second, there's the sound. Originally, TikTok was known for actually making music popular. People would find music and play it in the background, or they'd do dances to it. There were just a lot of different things, and this really started with um, a Drake song where some people would be dancing outside of their car. Um, this was early. I think this is 2020, um, where music could get popular just because some kids on TikTok liked it and created viral videos around it. The third element is the story. That is really the narrative style, the storytelling style. A lot of videos go viral today, and it's just somebody talking to the screen. That's all that they do. But their ability to tell a story in both a concise and detailed manner are really powerful at keeping people engaged. Finally, we have the details, and that's like the caption. That's the hashtags you use. That's all the logistical stuff. The details are important, and understanding how people use the TikTok app is critical to your video success. So we'll stop here. In the next video, I'm going to look at a little bit more on TikTok videos, creating them, and we'll go into a little bit more of the strategy. But that is will be saved for the next video.